Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney along with Alex Steele, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Norma Linda. Norma, what are you looking at?
A couple names that I'm keeping an eye on this morning. I'm looking at shares of Bumble, that's ticker BMBL. We're seeing shares surging for double-digit gains, up as much as 27%. Now, this is the highest level since February, and this is after it reported adjusted EBITDA forecast. They boosted that there, and also that was for the guidance for the second quarter. But one thing that I really am looking at here for the company is that it announced 30% job cuts as it additionally raises that quarterly outlook that we were just talking about. And so it'll actually be slashing about 1/3 of its staff. And we're really seeing a lot of these dating apps really just trying to figure out how to market to some of the younger users and what the dating environment is like right now. So we are seeing the company down about 25% year to date. But of course, the street is really celebrating the fact that they're trying to make some strategic developments here.
This is literally apropos of nothing, but I feel like I know a lot of younger people now in their 20s who are like dating and marrying before 30. Yep. Which is totally different than my generation. So like they don't even make it to a dating app because they've already found the person in college or something. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is, whatever. Anyway, moving on, FedEx. Different story.
FedEx, definitely a different story here. Let's take our FDX. This has really been a name that's been in focus throughout the day. A lot of people consider this to be a bellwether of the economy. We're seeing shares of the company down as much as 5.8%. That's the most since April 10th. But of course, this is after the company said that it warned that its profit would be worse than expected this year. And it also opted out of offering guidance for the rest of the year, essentially saying that they don't really know what it'll look like. But I mean, I think a lot of people were expecting this, especially as we see a lot of these companies citing tariffs as being a concern given the uncertainty there. But they also did talk about, of course, the trade war and U.S.-China shipments deteriorating sharply just last month. So lots of action happening right now in the space, but we're seeing shares down about 20% year to date.
Blackberry, I didn't even know was still a thing.
See, I didn't even know that this still existed. That's why I had to bring it up. Yes, I was like, we have to talk about
Remember when the ticker was RIM? Anyway, research in motion? No, you're too young for that. Remember that?
Yes.
See, I missed that one. But ticker today is BB here. We're seeing shares jumping as much as 30%. It's seeing its best day of the year right now. Really seeing a jump here. But of course, this is after it boosted its revenue forecast for the full year. We're seeing some analysts that are positive about the company's forecast, and they even hiked some of their price targets on the stock. But I'm looking at RBC saying that the outlook still seems to be a bit conservative, but it assumes an uncertain auto macro environment. But up about 30% this year. But if you look over the past 12 months, this stock is up 122%.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.